Good morning. Welcome to KUHS The Stream on Melody Drive. I am Paul Lane, the host of the Weekend Boost, KUHS. Today we have a wonderful guest. I am so excited to have Alice Collins.
Yes.
She is the author of 3 books. We're going to be talking about those as we get into the show. Alice, thank you for joining us today. I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you very much.
Before we get started, I always like to start out the show by talking about some of our past guests and authors that we've had on the show. First one, Albert Quintana wrote the book No More Green Chili. Really an interesting book. You can get this on quintanareads.com. He's actually written quite a few books. The Crochet Lady was one of his other books. Albert was an educator in the Adams County School District, and so he has a real good handle on life, on school and educating, and so it's really an interesting read. Another past guest that we had, Virginia Sanchez, wrote this book, Pleasing Petitions, Hispanic Culture and Legislative Conflict in Territorial Colorado. This book, again, I talk about it every week because this hit home for me because my family was in southern Colorado and we were a part of this legislative conflict that really affected who I am today, but very interesting book, Virginia Sanchez. Also, Karina Carinosa is a shaman who has been on our show, Enlighten the Fuck Up, which is an interesting title and a more interesting book. I'm actually reading it right now. Very, very interesting book. And I like to throw something new in every week. And so this week I want to talk about briefly how to win friends and influence people. And I may have talked about this before, but this book is a very practical step-by-step guide on if you're a person who is just not getting along with people and having some conflict, or maybe just not having a good success with influencing or communicating, pick up this book. It's a very easy read, and you know, it was written in like 1937. Fantastic book. And last is my book. I am the author of The Caregiver's Handbook, a self-help love story. This is a chronological breakdown of my experience with my wife, as she had my deceased wife. She died 13 years ago this next May, and so that is my book. And with that, let's talk about a little bit about your books, Alice. You've written 3 books.
No, 4.
You've written 4 books.
Yes, I only have 2 left. You know.
Oh, so she's got 2. Okay.
Yes.
So the first one, I'm going to talk about this one first. This is a children's book, Rainbow Warriors, and I love this because this book it's about someone in a wheelchair.
Yes.
And so it empowers.
Yeah, it empowers. It's a disabled boy and one-legged dog and a blind monkey, one-eyed monkey, and they met in this shelter, and so they become bonded because of their disability, and they do good deeds, and so one day they travel. The Rainbow Bridge appeared by the window, so they traveled, and they saw this princess who was dying. No, this was a bird, and then it fell because they fed the bird because it was thirsty, dying, and then it turned out to be a beautiful princess with powers, and they got a ball, an orbit, and that's what the princess gave them, and they turned to powerful warriors.
Wow, wow.
And they battle all these giants that plagued their towns. So that's kindness really empowers.
I think that is so important right now in this time.
Yes.
We're in a time where we're not seeing a lot of kindness out there. We're not seeing a lot of heroes. We're not seeing a lot of people who are reaching out and trying to make other lives better. And this is exactly what this world needs right now.
And if they buy the book, most of the proceeds go to my charity.
And what's your charity?
And this one is for the Special Olympics of Colorado.
So when you purchase a book from Alice, you're helping not just Alice, but you're helping causes that are important to the community.
Yes.
So this is the Rainbow Warriors. This next one is
my latest.
This is your latest one, My Guardians of Happiness, Hope, Magic, and Love. I love this title. I think this is such a great title, and there's a picture of herself. Oh, by the way, you did all the illustrations in these books.
Yes.
Oh, but there's a picture of Alice in there. I just love this.
Thank you.
If you don't know Alice, just sitting here in the studio, just visiting, I knew we were going to have a great show today.
In fact, I am nervous because I'm an audience person. But there is no audience. So I am, like having anxiety right now.
So the little anxiety, you say you didn't sleep last night in the room? Well, I got to tell you.
Because I was thinking if I will reach your building. Because I am directionally disabled.
Yes, yes.
And there is no GPS that can cure that.
I know. GPS, get me there. Guardians of Happiness, Hope, Magic, and Love. Great title. Great title. Tell me, what is this? Really, essentially, what is this book about?
It's about all the little things that I pay close attention that gives me inspiration, empowers me, like the sun, the moon, nature, and laughter.
I got to tell
magic.
you, I appreciate that so much. I'll be going down the road, my girlfriend and me, we're driving, and all of a sudden she'll look and she'll go, look at the sunset.
Yes.
And everybody's just like this, and nobody sees it.
Yes.
Or we walk around this park, and every time I walk around, you see something that you never saw before.
Yes.
And so, how do you teach yourself to see the beauty that other people don't see?
Because because my passions make me see things that's there, like when I go to see the forest, I see the flowers, the trees, the birds, and it's so beautiful that you feel so good inside.
Yes.
And it enhances all my passions.
So, being able to see that, it takes a special gift.
Yes.
It takes you have to train yourself.
Yes.
And I personally, and I don't want to lead you or put words in your mouth, but I personally, for me, is gratitude.
Yes.
And, passion and gratitude, I think they go hand in hand. Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, how do you view gratitude?
Gratitude is when all your life, you have all these things you want to do in life, and then you do it with all these self-chosen guardians around you, and then you make it, and you have that inspiration from all of them to do it. So everything that I wanted to do, I do it because of my guardians. And so my life is a good life. I celebrate it.
Yes.
And that is why I'm blessed.
That's exactly how you're blessed.
Yes.
We could find ourselves blessed, and we could be in poverty.
Yes.
And I've seen poor people who pray for Americans because we are so in poverty in our wealth.
Yes.
And so I think gratitude is really the essence, the beginning of happiness.
Yes. Because when I wake up, I dance and celebrate and be thankful for the life I am living.
You have done flamenco dancing.
Yes, I did flamenco dancing for a lot of people in the
Over
Philippines.
500 people?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so cool.
Yeah. Yes.
So did you know how? Did you learn? Or
I have to learn it, because that's one of my passions.
Yes.
So I have to fulfill it.
And you have done comedy? You've stand-up
Yes.
comedy?
Yeah, open.
Oh my
Open
goodness,
mic.
just open mic, huh?
Yeah, about Bible, about...
Hey, you got it. You want an open floor here?
Yeah, because I think when I was reading the Bible, I think God made a mistake, You know why? Because He did not create Adam and Eve as Chinese.
Okay.
If He created Adam and Eve as Chinese, they won't even eat the forbidden apple. They will cook the snake.
That's very good.
Those are the lines.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so happy I make you laugh.
Yes.
Sometimes laughter is better than sex, man.
No, I have to agree. I have to agree. Sometimes I'll find myself just down, and
Yes.
and I see a funny commercial or I hear a funny story or a joke and it's almost like it heals you. It
Uplifts your
Yes.
spirit. Yeah.
I've heard stories of people who are terminally ill and they watch videos of
Yes.
America's Funniest Videos or comedies and they get better.
Yes.
Laughing tightens your core muscles.
Yeah.
It builds your lungs. It's
Yeah.
got so many. It has creates endorphins, and so there's
Yeah.
so much more. Happiness is so much better than sadness.
Yes. It is. So I choose happiness.
So you choose happiness. Do you have a family?
Yeah. They're all in the Philippines. I just visited them last year
Mm-hmm.
before the pandemic, and they are cool.
Very good. Are they doing well now in the pandemic?
Yes.
Mm.
So there was because my daughter is 37 and he always tells me I need guardian because I'm high spirited, wild, free, and so I made my own guardians.
What would somebody take home from this book if they read this book?
They will get inspired.
Inspired. Oh,
Yes.
that is such an important thing.
Yes.
You know, when you go through life uninspired, it's very hard to see the silver lining. All you see is the cloud.
That's right.
And so inspiration is such a great thing.
Important.
I'm just going to take a quick glance in some of the things in the book here,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
No.
If I can find my glasses,
Go ahead.
here we are.
I have my designer glasses.
I featured some of my paintings in my book, Painted from the Heart and Inspired Soul. Who knows? I could be famous somehow, someday. After all, works of art are for the world to see. That's right. I'm sure you will enjoy this book with my cartoon self and my personal guardians. If not for its aesthetic value, it will be a great decoration for your coffee table or side table. If you find comfort in my guardians and paintings, you might like to hug my book when you sleep and order a print of my paintings, if nothing else. I love it. You know, I love how you insert just some humor,
Yes.
you know, and some lightheartedness. It's so important. I watch the news right now and I see American cities under siege. I see, are slipping into a dictatorship, and it frightens me.
It frightens me.
And so it's so I have to distract myself. I need inspiration, and having you here today, is such a blessing for me.
Thank you. And a sense of humor will keep you strong, you know?
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
Through the life's ups and downs and roughness, you can see the lighthearted. Hey, that's my VST.
VSD.
Swing song from the Philippines. Sorry.
So now, did you grow up in the Philippines? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, how is it? Is it a lot different there than here?
Of
Much
course.
more slow, more
Yeah,
calm?
Yeah, we
Mm.
have like 9 meals a day.
Really? That's the way I
Yeah.
like it, man. I love it. I always say-
we have meriendas
Mhm.
in between.
Very nice. I always say when I leave this earth, I'm going to miss eating, but more than I'm going to miss anything else.
Yes,
Oh, food is so good. You cook?
yes. Sometimes but my kitchen fairy, I have all these fairies, botanical fairy. They keep me from becoming a plant murderer, a kitchen burner, all these. Yeah, I cook.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just black.
Cooking is my passion.
Yes.
I just, anyone who knows me knows I just love to cook. Right now I'm cooking a big pot of menudo
Yeah.
and a pot of beans. I'm
I
having
like
some family
menudo.
in this afternoon. And so-
Yeah.
You like menudo?
Yes.
Oh, very
We
good.
have menudo version of your menudo.
Yes.
We have a Filipino version of your menudo.
Oh, is that right? Is it
Yeah.
spicy?
Yeah,
What do you call it?
menudo.
Oh, it's called menudo. This is a pretty catchy name.
Yes, because we were occupied by Spaniards, so our cooking is
Oh.
mixed.
I see,
You
I
know?
see.
Spanish food.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, what other kinds of foods do they have in the Philippines that are?
it's actually fusion of Asian and Spanish
Mhm.
and some Filipino. Yeah, it's just some of them are Spanish cuisine.
Mhm.
But then the Chinese went there, so it became Chinese.
Mhm.
So I grew up in a Chinese community, so I like all these Chinese.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love Asian food of all kinds. I like Thai food. I like Chinese, Vietnamese,
Vietnamese.
Japanese,
Yeah.
Korean. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Mm.
I should have a show on cooking.
Yes, because you're a cook.
So when you started writing this book, did the words just come to you? Did you have a dream of writing a book, or did
Yeah.
you wake up one day and say, "I'm going to write a book"?
No, I just had a vision that I think I should share with the world, you know? That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, why not? Huh?
Mhm.
My Guardians of Happiness, Hope, Magic, and Love.
Very
I
cool.
have that experience
Mhm.
in life to
Mhm.
write that book.
Mm.
And so I did.
So if you're out there and you're considering writing a book,
Yes.
what advice would you have for someone?
You know, when there's an idea on your mind,
Mhm.
don't forget to write it down. I have so
Write it
much
down.
notes.
Yes.
Yes, and then when you, after a month, then just go over.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will get inspired and just, you have to be motivated and determined to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
without that, you cannot do anything.
Exactly.
Just write down,
Mhm.
keep writing your ideas.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I first started writing my book, I was just writing blogs
Yes.
on MySpace.
Yes.
And someone came to me one day and said, you've written so much and you've done so much research, you should write a book. And I'm like, me?
Yeah.
I never even took a writing class. I can't write a book.
Me too.
And here it is.
Yes.
And so many people, they're educated and they don't do anything, and they have the right family and they don't do anything, and they have all these opportunities and they sit in their room
Yes.
crying and sulking and worrying about
What people will think about
what
it.
people think.
Oh,
Yes.
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 I'm not affected by that.
Me neither.
I don't care.
Me neither. I get a lot of hard time now because my hair's getting long.
Yes.
And I'm not cutting it.
No.
I'm going to
why
grow my
not?
hair to a ponytail. I'm going to be back to my native roots.
Yeah.
Native roots.
You look better with distinguished gray hair.
The pepper hair.
Yeah, pepper hair, salt and pepper. Yes, Paul.
I'm sorry. I think that when we go through life, we have to do what satisfies our soul.
Yes.
And, for some people, satisfying their soul means sitting by a pond.
Yes.
For some people, satisfying their soul means going to the hospital and visiting sick people. Or, visiting old people, or just.
I do that too. I perform.
You perform
in
at senior citizens homes?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Do you know Matran?
Matron, I think I know her. Yes.
She's my friend. I was telling you, she translates Vietnamese and
Yes.
French and Chinese. But she goes to senior citizens and homes and
Yes.
plays the piano.
Yeah.
And she's an inspiration to me.
I just make them get up, exercise, joke.
I bet they have a lot of fun.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Only their machine will beep of too much laughter, you know. Oh my God.
She's killing them. So, how did you get into doing working with senior citizens? Did you just go volunteer one day, or?
Yeah,
did you
my
just...
friend was working in a facility in Lakewood, and he said, "Why don't you come and entertainment? We need entertainers." I said, "Right on."
Right on.
And I left the office. I don't care. I just went there.
So did you sing? Did you dance? What did you do?
Yeah, sing, dance, and just make them
Oh my
hype
goodness,
up.
I
Yeah.
can see it.
And that was great, man. You have that helper's hype,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm.
Life is good.
Life is good.
Yes, when
Yeah.
you touch somebody's.
Now, as you've grown up, I'm guessing that.
To aging Asian woman, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So why are you not married?
Because I'm not worried because I have many men.
Very good.
So I wake up with Charlie Horse, then I eat with Jerry Todd, then I walk with Arthritis, and I sleep with Bengay. So who cares? Am I lonely? No.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So I kept on.
So tell me, what have you been doing since all this COVID virus came out? What do you do with yourself?
First, I'm honing on my magic skills because I love magic.
Wow.
And I already perform magic. And then I'm writing my novel, My Legends of Love. I'm on the 300-page mark.
Man.
And then I'm like playing piano, playing guitar,
Man.
All my passions.
Wow.
Just enhance it little by little and not abandon.
Ah, that's so awesome. You know, Einstein said we use about 5 to 10% of our brain.
Yes.
I heard that when I was in my 20s, and I always thought, what if I used 6%?
Yeah.
What if I used 11%? What if I used 20%? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. And you know, and when I meet people like you, and you know, you dance, you sing, you're learning magic, you wrote 4 books, you're writing a novel, and it never ends. You just keep doing things.
Yeah.
And it's
painting.
Yes, and painting too. Drawing, if you're an artist, you did all your illustrations.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is so cool.
Yeah, look. It's
Wow. These are not bad. Pretty good. I'm going to hold that up. I don't know if you can see these. So she's done all of the illustrations in all of her books. And there are some really, really interesting drawings in here. Very
I'm
different.
abstract person.
Each different from the other too, and I like that
And I
because
like
they're
that.
different styles.
Yes.
And so, when someone reads your book, it's very quick, easy little read, and that's
Yes.
great because you can pick this up and really keep it in your,
Yeah.
you know, by your side, and
Yeah.
like in the book it says you can hug the book.
Yeah. Hug it. Like you're hugging a good inspiration book.
Yes.
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 I like to inspire. I like to make people laugh too. And
That's-
make them feel good.
That's so good. That's so powerful. You know, there's power in laughter. There's power in inspiration. You know,
Yes.
and it's not a power that's threatening. It's not a power that's dangerous. It's a power that's encouraging, and it's
Encouraging.
building, and it's inspiring.
Yes.
You know, and it's nice to be. It's nice when someone comes up and says, "Hey, you know what? You can do it. You're okay."
Yeah,
you
I
know?
always motivate. I said, okay, do it. Write it down.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Write it
Yeah,
down.
you have to.
Yes.
Like a boxes and boxes.
Yes.
And then I get that idea that pops.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go.
There you go. And next thing you know, it's a book.
Yeah, and you just do writing. Do it. Don't worry about other people, what
Mhm.
they think.
Yep.
It's your passion. That's what you want to do. Then
Absolutely.
Do it.
You know, I've had people tell me, "Oh, your book was too long," or "There was, you know,
Yeah.
this you did this or you did that." I'm like, "Well, show me your book,"
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And so I've gotten to where I'm like you. I don't listen to critics anymore.
No.
No one has ever built a statue to a critic.
Yes,
Never.
never.
And so, you know, it's the ones that are down in the trenches. It's the one who are in the hospitals visiting
Yes.
people. Then the nursing homes. Then there's, you know, the one who's helping that person. I love that, you know,
This is for the Denver Rescue, the proceeds.
the proceeds, Denver Rescue Mission.
Uh-huh.
If you
Not
have
Denver.
any place in your heart, get this book, even if it's just to help the people in the Denver Rescue Mission. There's a huge need there. I remember back when I was involved in my church, I used to go to the Denver Rescue Mission once a
Yes.
month, and we would go do ministry there, and we would talk to some of the people and hear the stories of hopelessness and hear the stories of heartbreak, and then all of a sudden we'd come across someone who says, "I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
Man, this is temporary. This is a stopping point. I'm going on."
Yeah.
You know, and so we all have a time in our life where we're down and out.
That's
And we have a time when we need someone to come and give us a pull up, you
Yes.
know, a hand up, and
Yes.
that's exactly what it seems like you do with your whole life. Your
That's
whole life is,
right.
and you know what? That's what I call a meaningful life.
Meaningful.
Yes.
That's what I intend to live my life.
You are the sunset. You are the flower.
Yes.
Yeah, you
I
know,
am.
if you look around and it's all darkness, then maybe it's you that has to be the shining light.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
I am sparkly.
Oh, I know you are. As soon as you walk into the building, you're all lit up, I'm telling you.
And
So-
this is my this is a good thing to tell. This is my
You mind if I read that?
yes, read it.
Roly Poly
Buddha.
Budabi. Okay. My guardian of enlightenment. The superstar of my guardians, my fat, laughing, roly-poly Budabi, who was the biggest heartfelt smile, wears an open robe with his big belly hanging loose and prayer beads. He makes me smile. No offense to Skinny. Bubada,
Buddha.
Budaba,
Budabi.
Budabis, who look peaceful and sincere. I love you and honor you too. I choose Budabi because he laughs heartily and removes sadness from me.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I think there's so many times in my life where I need that Budabi.
Yes.
It really feels good to believe there is a higher supreme being looking out for me. Budabi has a big heart and gives generously and shares the secrets of spreading laughter and joy with me. He opens my eyes to see the extraordinary from the ordinary and makes me create exquisite pieces of art, music, and life. Contentment. Contentment.
Yes.
Define contentment.
Contentment is like you are happy with what you have, and you do all these passions that you have, and people always tell me that how do you feel, about all your work? I said, I'm happy that I did it.
Yes.
That's all my goals.
Yes.
And I'm content with that. And I'm just like enhancing, improving life.
Enhancing and improving. And you don't have to get a new car to improve your life.
No.
You can smile at somebody,
Yeah.
and you not only improve their life, but you improve your own
I
life.
do that every day.
I see that in you. I can see that. You seem like you're the person that just is that ray of sunshine. Kind of remind me of my mom. She was, she was such a beautiful soul. People would go to the grocery store and they would come to her and say, "Can I hug you?" And I'm guessing you probably get that too.
They do.
So
They
now,
do.
you were telling me that you've been back to the Philippines and
Yes.
you get to go back and see your family there.
Yeah.
Is all of your family? You have children here now? You have a daughter?
I have a daughter with, I have 2 grandkids, but they all live there. They don't like the snow here.
Oh yeah.
It's too cold. They have oceans there.
Wow.
And they have servants.
Mm.
We don't have that here.
And the food there, I'm guessing it's really
Oh man.
very, very
To die
good.
for.
Yeah.
You love it.
I really
I'll
would love
cook
to.
you. I'll cook you some of our cuisine,
I would be happy.
since I'm gourmet cook too.
Gourmet cook. Man, you have a very, very
Variety.
vast resume.
Yes.
What other things do you do? What do you do for fun, or what do you do for?
I work. That's
You
my
work?
fun. Yeah.
Wow. What kind of work you do?
Just like car accident, claims and stuff.
Okay, very good, very good. Man, just talking to you is such an inspiration because I mean you're not sitting and watching life go by you.
No.
You're
You cannot do
active.
that. Yeah.
You're a participant. You're
Yes.
not a observer.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I'm talking. I think that the value of life and a meaningful life is being that active
Yes.
person.
Yes.
And
And just spread happiness and smiles
Man,
and laughter
man.
ways. That's
yes,
difficult.
yes. The other day, Dee and me, my girlfriend, we were driving down the road on Highway 40 in the mountains, and
Yes.
I saw this mountainside,
Yeah.
and the trees were all knocked down. They looked like toothpicks, and it looked
Yes.
like Mount St. Helens.
Yes.
And I stopped the car, and we had to walk back maybe a quarter of a mile. But we walked back there, and I took pictures of this, and I got done, and I walked back to my car, and I said, "This is a meaningful life."
Yes.
Sometimes it's not getting a master's degree. Sometimes
No.
it's stopping and picking up a flower or looking at a flower and smelling it.
And get tucked inside the flower.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Pure joy.
Yes. It was so funny because when I feel myself doing that, getting in touch with nature, all of a sudden here comes a butterfly.
Yes.
And it's like,
Yeah.
it's like I become more open to receive.
Yeah. Correct.
And so there's so much that we walk by every day.
Yes. That's my book.
That's your book, yes.
You will realize the little reminders.
Yes. Does everyone have a guardian?
They can make their own.
You have a guardian. You could make your own. You can
Yeah.
you could design your own.
Design your own.
That's right.
Yes. Look at all the names of my guardian. They are so cool. How
Bobby.
about these? Here, read this. This is a good one.
Animals amicus.
Yeah.
My guardian of being. My guardians of being. These guardians of being, whether it be a dog, a cat, or other amazing creature, are the most selfless friends you will ever have. They make your world a sweet and better place. If only the rest of the world could learn from their unwavering love, gentleness, kindness, and care, and then we would achieve peace and harmony. I am not really sure if snake owners get the same selfless love and loyalty from their pet snakes, so I won't count them in my guardians of being. I bought my first pet, Hola Tita,
Yes.
Valentina, Maldita, Salsa, Enchilada Collins. I mean, you have fun with everything.
Everything. And there's one more here that I want you to read for the people because it really is so cool though. Miss Jiga Jiga.
Jiga Jiga.
I call it Miss Jiga Jiga.
This is too cool. Miss Jiga Jiga.
Guardian of Dance.
Guardian of Dance, the spirit and soul raiser. Every morning when I rise, my Jiga Jiga kicks my butt out of bed and shake my body. Move it, she says. Your booty and feet are made for dancing. I turn on my music for the day. Disco, salsa, tango, swing, flamenco, belly dancing, romantic, soul, celestial, and many more. As soon as my space is filled with sound, my feet begin to move to the beat and my body begins to pulsate with the music. And I dance with wild abandon, like nobody's watching. And I don't care if somebody is watching. I feel wonderful when I dance. It is magical. It makes me happy, free, and alive. It is one of my passions, making me feel powerful. The world is there for the taking. It belongs to me.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Alice, this is beautiful. The world belongs to me.
Yes.
And, you know, you have control over not a lot of things. I can't control the economy. I can't control the COVID virus.
Yes.
But I control my heart.
Yeah.
And,
soul.
and your soul.
Body,
And
mind.
it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, Robert Schuller is an author that I used to read a lot of his books, and he used to say, you can become bitter or you can become better
Yes.
when life's obstacles come across. And so you really are a person who wants to be better and make other lives better.
I want to be the better version of myself all the time.
Better
Every
version
day.
of you. New and improved.
Wait.
But wait!
Wait! All those members in my club knew me. I reinvent.
Folks, if you're just joining us, you're watching KUHS, The Stream on Melody Drive. I am Paul Lane, the host of The Weekend Boost, and we're talking today to Alice Collins.
Yes.
She's the author of 4 books, and she's in the middle of a novel right now. She's a woman who is a dancer, she's a singer, she's an entertainer, she's a comedian, a magician. I mean, this is a woman who really grabs life by the horns, and my goodness, it's not often that you meet a person who really understands the preciousness of life.
Yeah.
And it's
And it's meaningful.
how did you get this love for life? Where did it come from?
I'm not sure. I just have that positive outlook, you know.
Did you have a parent that was very influential, an uncle, an aunt? Or
Yeah. My parents were very generous people,
Mhm.
and they were generous with everybody and their kindness,
Mhm.
and so they were positive influences.
Mhm.
So I didn't have any problem.
Yes, and life has been very good for you.
Yeah, because I developed it to be so.
That's right.
You know, it's how you take life.
Mhm.
If you want to be in the dark side or the bright side.
Yes,
I
yes.
choose the bright side.
You know what? When I was a young man, I came across this sheet, and it was the obituary of a John Average Man.
Yes,
John Average Man had an average job.
yes,
He had an average pay. He did average in school.
yes.
He married an average woman and had average kids and had an average life and did average. His motto was the playing it cool, not
Yeah.
doing anything, just doing the minimum.
Yes.
And sometimes, well, it never gets you anywhere to be minimum and average and mediocre.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take anything to take an extra step.
Yeah, to make life fun, you know?
Yes.
So adventure, exciting,
Mm-hmm.
make it just worth your while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
You bet. You know, about 2 years ago, I took a pretty bad fall and I got a concussion.
Yes.
And I was out of it for 4 months. I couldn't drive. I had night blindness, vertigo.
Yeah.
And I really, for a long time, I found that I was down there, you know?
Yes, yes.
And I got in that darkness, and I
Yeah.
got in that depression, and I got really afraid of, of everything. And,
Yes.
and one day I woke up and I said, man, I'm in control here.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a little vertigo, but you know what? I can drive in the day,
Mhm.
you know, and And I've really gotten more and more out of life. And, you know, I mean, I fall, we all do, you know.
Me
But,
too, no exception.
but we, you know, we need to continually
Like
get
when
back down there.
Yeah, when I break up with my boyfriends, but God really invented breakups so
Mm.
that you would find the good man.
So is Denver a good place for dating? Do you find that dating in Denver is pretty friendly, or?
Oh, at my age, I don't need, they come to me.
They
I
come?
don't-
All you do is show up.
Yeah, I'm very attractive, interesting.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I think that, you know, it's funny because some people have this magnetism,
Yes.
and some people have the opposite.
Yeah.
You know, I remember I used to work with a guy, and they used to call him the Black Cloud. You know, because everything he'd do is he'd say, "What's going to go wrong today?" You know,
Yes.
and you're the person that gets up and says, "Man, what could happen good today? And how could this get any better than it is?" Yeah, you know, it's great.
It's fun.
You know, you kind of remind me of the kind of person that, you know, you burn your potatoes and you say, "I love that burnt stuff."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
One time I told the waitress, bring me a raw egg. Because she said, how do you like your eggs? I said, raw. And then put it in a bag because I need it for my baking. She did.
And so she did. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What are some things that are challenges to you? What things that you see that you have to fight to overcome? Are there things in your life that?
Right now, my clumsiness.
Mm.
I'm clumsy.
Mm-hmm.
So my directions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm directionally disabled, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot really distinguish right and left. Because every time you say right, I will go left. And I have, like, I don't listen to instructions, I have problems with authority, so I have to, so I have to overcome and listen sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's hard when you don't
Boy.
listen. I'm a rebel.
Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of one of my downfalls. I don't know if it's a downfall. I don't know. I'm a rebel like
Yes.
you, and I resist authority. You know, I respect authority if it
Yes, you
respects me,
respect
but boy, like right now we got some things going on in this country that they're very hard to address. They're hard
Yes.
to have a good outlook on. You know.
Yeah.
What's going on in Portland, Oregon, and you know they're
That's
threatening to
right.
come to New Mexico and in Albuquerque and Philadelphia and all across the country, and we have to find a way to find a bright spot in this.
Yes.
You know, peaceful demonstration. We have to have civil disobedience. We have to find a way to overcome this darkness that's in our country right now.
That's true. That's true.
Has this presidential administration affected you?
Somehow, yes. Because some of the instructions are not, I just don't like it, you
Mhm.
know,
And
the
that-
policy.
I want to go. I don't want to go into a political topic, but you know, it's inevitable. Right now, we're in a place that we've never been before. You know, I mean, we've had the government turn troops loose in Kent State, Jackson State, the Ludlow mine in 1914, where they killed, you know, a bunch of miners because they wanted better pay. You know, and the United States government sent the American troops against
That's right.
American citizens, and that's where we are today. And we need to really unite right now. We need to be very aware of what's going on, and we can't sit back and watch this.
No.
You know, talking to you makes me think, man, maybe I could go on my day off and go and just inspire the protesters, you know, and
Yeah.
And
make it peaceful,
Yeah.
not
not crazy,
not,
just happy, you know?
anger.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's better. I can do that. I
Yeah.
can rouse to peaceful and happy outcome.
Yes. And so,
Because you have to let people feel that it's not only anger and hate that drives you. There are more other emotions that uplifts and that's what you need right now.
it builds,
Yeah, it builds you up.
generates, yeah.
Generates.
And I'm guilty. You know, I struggle with what's going on. I won't lie to you. You know, and so having you here today, I really needed this because I've been in a dark spot. I won't kid you. You know, I know I need to turn the TV off,
Yes.
but I can't take myself away. And you know, I was watching the news yesterday, and you know, and we talked on the phone, and it's like, oh my goodness, I felt, you know, I wanna.
You felt the energy.
Yeah, I can. You know, when you pick up the phone and you started singing, I said, oh my goodness, we're gonna have a good show.
But yeah.
Where do you find humor?
Humor, I think I have developed through experiences in life.
Mhm.
It's better to treat it with humor and wit because it makes life simpler,
Yes.
and it's lighter on your mind, on your heart, in your heart, and it makes me happy to be humorous
Mhm.
because I just love humor,
Mhm.
and it projects outside because I have the wit.
You're so blessed. You're
Yes.
so blessed. Tell me about your mask.
My mask, this
Yes.
one,
That's beautiful.
Rainbow Warrior.
Yes.
I usually have worn my, cause it's also for this.
Oh, that's right.
I
Okay.
was to wear my Rainbow Warrior shirt, but I said no. I have to be dignified. I'm a designer. I coordinate.
Oh yes, you look very nice by the way. You know, this is. You remind me of why I love doing this. It's just so there's so much to learn.
Being
There's so
serious.
much to know. Yeah, you have so much to share. and
Yeah.
I'm so grateful because I needed this today. I did. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's someone out there who needed a bright spot in their
Yeah.
day, who really needed to hear something enlightening and lifting,
Yeah.
uplifting. You know.
So
and-
now your menudo will be tasty.
Oh, it's gonna be just
It's gonna be
I just
delicious.
state of mind.
It's here in my book, look.
Anyone who makes menudo and says they don't make the best, they don't make the
Yes.
best. They don't make good with menudo.
This is what you have. See? Happy kitchen.
Oh, yummy, delicious food comes from happy hearts cooking together with love. Guys, and I'm talking to you men. If you don't cook, take some time to go in the kitchen. If you're in a relationship, go with your loved one. If you're all alone, go make something. Make something fun in your kitchen.
Yes.
Yummy, delicious. You know.
Oh, yes.
You know, I think that getting the most out of every little bit of life means
Yeah, that's
looking
what I do.
for happiness, looking for joy, looking for a bright spot in every corner.
You create your own
You
happiness.
create your happiness. Yes. Yes. I smashed my hand the other day.
Yes.
And I said, oh, that's going to feel good when it stops hurting.
And say, oh, I'm a dummy.
I said, take that.
I do that. I am clumsy.
Yeah. So, have you, your new book, you've
Yes.
been writing on this book for how long?
For like, since last year, because it's a novel.
It's a
I keep
novel.
rewriting because I'm not excited about the chapters that I wrote before, so
Mhm.
I will rewrite that until I'm satisfied that it's page turner
Mhm, mhm.
and it's mysterious and exciting and thrilling.
It's
That's
wonderful. It's wonderful, yes.
Yeah, that you will be glued. Oh, I'm sure it's so good.
What is this novel going to be about?
It's a mystery, romantic, and what else I put there? Element of battle. This is
Yeah.
gonna be mystical.
Very cool.
Yes.
Gosh, you're multidimensional. You have so many spikes out there in so many areas. It's so exciting to see.
Yeah.
And you're young. You're a pretty young lady, and you're going strong.
Not
man.
aging.
That's right.
Asian woman. I got my first speeding ticket at last year.
Ah.
Yeah, I did not get a warning. I have warning tickets, a
Mhm.
lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I have an album, but this speeding,
Yeah, I got one the other day. Bad one.
my driving fairy did not protect me.
No driving fairy that day. You forgot to put it in the car.
I forgot to bring her with me.
So when the police officer stopped you, did you smile at him?
Yeah.
I bet you
and
made his
said,
day brighter.
Yes,
Huh?
Mario.
This world is so lacking people like you, Alice. I mean it. It's so encouraging to see and to talk to you and to hear your
Take on
your
life.
view on life is so nice. It's so refreshing because people don't see this. You know,
They can start doing it.
you can start. You
Yeah.
can start. You know, I have a book that I'm going to bring into my next show. It's called Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude.
Yes, see?
And they call it PMA, Positive Mental
Yeah.
Attitude. And it's a choice.
Yes.
You know, being unhappy is a choice. Being happy is a choice. And you know, I got to tell you that sometimes we got to force ourselves to bring a smile to our lips.
Yes.
Sometimes we have to force ourselves to walk a little bit faster. You know, the studies show that when you walk 25% faster, you become happier.
Yeah.
You don't know why.
Yeah.
And so,
it's therapy.
the therapy. There's little things that we can do. You know, do something that makes you feel good about yourself. You know, go get a haircut or
Yeah.
or go buy yourself a new pair of jeans.
There's lots of sayings here, see?
Oh, she opened right to it.
Yeah.
Very nice. Put some joy in your life. Turn your life into a good time. Damn, life is easier when you have a sense of humor. Keep surprising yourself. I love that one.
That's what I do.
Release your goofy, wild self to the world. Vent, vent, vent. If you can't dance, paint. If you can't paint, play music. If you don't play music, practice magic. Wait a minute. Don't say I can't. That's right.
Yeah.
I can't is a bad word. Try a new activity you might find in a hidden enjoyment, if not a talent. Nobody can have an excess of happiness or be overwhelmed with too much joy. It takes great passion and energy to create anything. You have to love it to live your passions, and you might not know it's a passion unless you try it. I know so many times people have said, I don't like mashed potatoes. Really? Have you ever had them? Well, no, I never had them. How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know you don't like writing if you've never written?
Yes.
How do you know that you don't like playing a musical instrument if you never touched one? How do you know you don't like jogging if you never ran? Guys, there's a whole world of opportunities to make yourself happy, to find new joys in things that are commonplace. But if you just look at them from a different angle, a new set of eyes, a fresh set of eyes.
I keep surprising myself. I like to surprise myself.
Yes, surprise yourself. Bodyguard of mystical guardians. Pixelas and sweet spirits. My unseen guardians, colorful, luminous, sweet spirits, cute little creatures, whisper, guide, and are ready to guide and protect me because being a forever child, I truly believe in them. I share some of my life-saving episodes with my angels and fairies. My botanical angel prevented me from becoming a plant murderer, and then I moved from Phoenix to Denver. She told me in a dream that coffee, especially espresso, is not going to make any plants and flowers grow faster. It will kill them. The period design water will not turn them into healthy plants and flowers. It will kill them. I followed their advice and became a fabulous certified green thumb. So,
because I used to put coffee, so I want them to speed up.
they don't like the espresso.
Not the designer water too.
Everywhere you look, there's something special. There's something wonderful.
Yes.
There's a whole world tucked inside of the heart.
Yeah.
A world of happiness, a world of joy.
And just look at it with a light side, like me.
Yes.
I don't feel sorry for the plant because I tried to boost it, but it just died. So my botanical angel is a lifesaver. I'm not a plant murderer anymore.
So do you have gardens at home? Do you have
before. I used to own a house. So I sold my house and got an apartment so I can enjoy all these passions that I am doing and not be bogged down by house maintenance.
Yes. I know exactly what you mean. I've been working on my house for 5 months, and I mean it's really looking good, but oh my goodness, it's taken a lot of time and effort.
Yeah,
and
it does.
I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready to do that, sell my house or to rent it out and go hit the road,
Yeah, hit the road, Jack.
I'm thinking come January I'm probably going to lease the top half of my house out.
Yeah.
I already have the bottom half, and I'm going to go and buy a pickup truck and a trailer
And just,
And Dee, I'm looking forward to going there with you.
Yes, Dee, you're lucky.
So, what's this book over here?
It's my self-autobiography, The Funny Tales of a Vintage Beauty.
I like it.
It's unconventional
Mm-hmm.
storytelling of my life.
Oh, very nice.
And I also have all my work experience. All
Wow.
friends. That is what you can read that one.
Breezing through life, loving, laughing, spreading happiness and peace. If you cannot soar like an eagle, ride with the wind and let your wisdom determine your destination. So true. So many times we go through life and we let the winds
Yes.
blow us where they want.
Yes.
And we really are in control.
Yeah.
We really have a voice. We really have the option of being happy
Yes.
or being creative
That's true.
or being productive.
Yeah.
You know,
Or being compassionate.
or
helping
being
people.
compassionate. You know, so many people are in need. There's so many children.
Yes.
You know, there's so many causes that need attention. You know, right now, and I keep going back to politics. And I'm sorry, but you know, right now we have children that are locked up in cages.
Yeah.
And people are more concerned about the ASPCA,
Yeah.
animals in cages, than they are about children.
Yes.
And I'm so
humans.
saddened by this.
It's true.
And you know, part of me feels like there's something I got to do something. I have to do something about these kids in cages. I got to do something about it because
Mm-hmm.
I can't sit by and just put sad faces on Facebook.
You can. Yeah. Instead of just going to the protest, just do something good for those kids.
Yes.
You know.
You know,
Not
I
waste time
yeah.
getting angry
Mhm.
about life, about the
Mhm.
government.
Yeah. There was a woman on NPR radio a couple of days ago, and she was one of the mothers that locked arms in front of the protesters,
Yeah.
and they were singing a song. It was to the tune of "We Shall Overcome."
Mm-hmm.
And you know, she said, you know, I feel so empowered because I didn't just do a GoFundMe page and walk away from it.
Yeah.
I am actively involved. I took ownership of what is going on here
Yes.
because I see systematic racism, and I'm going to take a positive approach to it. And so, right now in our society, we have a lot of things that we aren't proud of and we're not happy about, but we do have some control, you know,
And
other than
you can
going
do
to the voting
something.
booth. Yes.
And you can do something about it by getting involved, like you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I haven't done nearly anything that I could be doing to help my community, and I can't deny that. But I think that I'm at a turning point, really, because to sit back and watch this is almost being an accomplice.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make some effort to open people's eyes or
Yeah.
to create a possible a better outcome.
That's true.
Why aren't you in politics?
Why? I know, because I can memorize names and faces.
Mm-hmm.
I should be there, but it's too messy for my
It's
mind.
very complicated.
It's not
very
art.
yeah.
It's not too artsy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's-
complicated.
And you're a very A-type personality.
I will win the election, but
Yeah.
after that, it's gonna be boring. Making rules, because I don't. I don't believe in rules.
Yeah. You know, they say rules without a relationship
Yes.
equals rebellion.
That's right.
And I think that's a big thing for parents is relationship. We have to have a relationship.
Yeah, so they will respect your rules.
Yes, and so you listen to them, they listen to you.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
I used to go to the schools and I would get the biggest kid in the class, and
Yeah.
and I'm not big, you know, but he would, you know, usually be bigger than me, usually a boy, and I would say, now push me,
Uh-huh.
and oh no, I would push him, and
Yeah.
I would just push and push and push, and what he would do, he'd finally push back.
Oh.
Because that's all he knows, you know.
Yes.
And so what I would try to do is open people's eyes to see that, you know what, you can push back, or you can, you know, you can pull him, or
Yeah.
you can, you know, I would tell kids, you know, I want you to try an experiment this weekend.
Yeah.
When your parents tell you to do the laundry, go do it. Don't argue.
Don't argue.
When they say to mow the lawn, go mow the lawn. If they say to pick up your dishes, pick up your dishes. Don't argue and see what happens.
See what happens. You might have a reward.
Yes, there might be a little reward.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Yes, and so I think that rewards that life gives us sometimes are not the rewards of.
No, not monetary.
No, it's not monetary. There's rewards that are fulfillment,
Fulfillment.
happiness,
Yes.
joy,
Yeah.
contentment, fulfillment, satisfaction.
Yeah, that you help.
That you've helped someone.
Parents, yeah.
Um,
That is a helper's high. Everybody should have that, though.
Yes, I think it would be nice if you know this world would be a better place if everyone had that attitude. What's important to you?
It's important to me to really spread joy.
Mm.
That is very important, and to help,
Mhm.
people. It makes my life good. You feel good
Yes.
when you help people
You
that
help
are
people.
disadvantaged,
Mhm.
and that is my life. I have to have a meaningful life, touching people with my gift
Mhm.
of laughter.
Gift.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's what it is. It's a gift.
Yes.
Um, this book is the funny tales of a vintage youthie.
I call myself vintage youthie.
I'm sorry.
I'm a vintage youthie.
Vintage youthie. I love that. Yeah. And that's a good way to look at it. I think that when we, I look at myself in the mirror and I say, oh, my hair's getting gray. And my daughter says, hey, Dad, it kind of looks like Richard Gere. Like, oh,
Yeah.
How much you kind of Richard Gere?
You are the version of Richard Gere. Chicano. But it's true, Paul. That's my first impression. Wow. Ooh la la di.
Oh my goodness. I have so much fun on this show. Too much. What things do you think America needs? What do you think this society needs besides, I know I've kind of asked you this.
Yeah.
What can we do to make this world a better place? As a country, what do we need to do?
Unity, united,
We need to be unified.
unified.
We need to be
And
one
that
voice.
is very hard.
Yes. We're really divided right now.
Yeah.
The words of the leader have been very, very divisive.
Yes.
And it's going to be a hard thing to overcome after this is all said and done, because there's a lot of dissension. There's a lot of angry people out there, and there's people that are angry and don't know why.
Yes.
And we need to be cautious that we don't become that angry person ourselves.
Yes.
Because I know I've been there.
Yeah. And your emotions will be influenced by some of the people.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. When you're in a leading position, people do half of what you do good and twice of what you do bad.
Yes.
And so it's important that if you're a parent, or if you're a manager, or if you're the head of your household, or whatever the case, remember you're the example.
Yes.
And you are setting examples that people can follow, that people can really look up to and be inspired by.
Yes.
And that's such an important thing.
Yeah.
How did you decide to write a book? I just love to ask people this. What did you wake up one morning and said, I'm going to do it?
No, I'm I have good grasp of the English language.
Yes.
That's my second language.
Mhm,
And in the Philippines, we were taught English in our school.
Mm-hmm.
And so I began writing,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's very powerful words when my friends,
Yes.
especially my boyfriends, they are so touched by my romanticism.
Very good, very good. Yeah, I think that being a romantic is such an important part of life, and I just love nothing more than to sit under our canopy at night in our backyard and just sit with my girlfriend, and it's holding hands and just looking at each other and laughing and
laughing.
smiling, talking about our day, talking about what we're going to cook or whatever the case may be. And it's like, this is what life is about. This is
Love.
what makes life important,
Yeah, you have to have love.
Yeah, it's not a new car.
No.
No, it's a
Right.
hamburger with
Yes,
juicy hamburger.
yes, that's right.
That's wealth. That's
And
riches.
menudo.
And menudo. Oh my goodness.
You better simmer
yeah.
now.
I'm so excited. I have family coming in from Pueblo. I have family coming in from in Aurora, Denver, Commerce City, all over the city.
Yeah.
And
They
some of my
will
cousins,
taste.
everyone's bringing a little something too. And so we're gonna have green chili and beans and homemade tortillas and menudo and guacamole
You're
and
making me.
cold beer.
Of course.
So and it was gonna be tough doing this all social distancing.
Yes.
But Alice, geez, man, I'm so thankful to have had you on my show today, because you really made my heart lighten.
Oh, thank you.
And just see the sunshine and the rays coming out of you, it's everywhere. I mean it. It's not, you don't just see it, you feel it, and this world needs more of you, Alice.
Yeah, I
And
hope
just
so.
Keep reaching out, keep
I
touching
do.
people's lives,
Yeah.
keep smiling.
Yeah.
We are in our last minute.
Yes.
I think, yeah, we're at 9:59, and
We didn't even know. It's already.
Yes, Alice, you are exactly what this world needs, and I'm so again so thankful for having you, folks. Alice, where can they get your books?
Oh, it's online on Kindle, Amazon.
On Kindle, you can get the
Yeah.
Rainbow Warriors by Alice
And,
A.Y. Collins, and this one you can also get My Guardian of Happiness, Hope, Magic, and Love. Guys, get this book, not just to get the information that's in it, but help the Denver Rescue Mission, help the Special Olympics. These books are not just written for
No.
people you to read. They're written because the proceeds are going to help other people. Vintage Youthy, you know, grow gracefully. Enjoy your life.
Yes.
Folks, you've been watching The Weekend Boost. This is KUHS, The Stream on Melody Drive. I am Paul Lane.
I'm Alice Collins.
And we thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Yes.
And we're off the air. Man, you did wonderful. Man, that was so good. I'm telling you.
Really?
Yes, I think we
It
did.
was fun.
You know, I think that people needed to hear